just arrived in Richardstown, or near Richardstown, Deeside Agri, for another presentation to some farmers about Omex liquid fertilisers. And there are some storage tanks. That's a long pusher blade. So the tour in Ireland that we're currently doing with Omex at the minute, I've just arrived at Deeside Agri Services here. You can see I've been told to wear the hat. I've got all logoed up, so I'm right. So I've got Ronan here as well, going to take us round. So Ronan, you're agronomist and you do agronomy here and look after the store.
Well, not so much the shopping, but the grain and
the fertiliser and things like that. Yeah, brilliant. So Deeside, what sort of do you do?
So I suppose it's a kind of the full package. Well, it's probably a bit unique in Ireland in the sense that it's very focused on the tillage sector.
Yeah.
And then we do fertiliser and that with dairy farmers. And then I suppose the main offering we have for the dairy farmers is really the drinkers and gates and stuff for the, we don't do feed. So it's the drinkers and gates and the stuff that goes in through the shop here.
Do you provide agronomy services to farmers locally?
Oh yeah. So I suppose agronomy and chemical sales are the main backbone of this business, so it has been since the start. So we've set 9 agronomists.
Right.
And so basically the package is we look at the crops. Well, you tailor it to suit every different farmer, whether it's priced into groups, whether it's the full package from start to finish through soil sampling, selling chemicals, walking crops, deliveries. Then in most cases we purchase the grain back and we handle the grain through the harvest and market it.
Brilliant.
As well.
Well, we'll have a quick look here because you've got a country store here, so we'll have a look through here for a start. So we'll just go in there and have a quick look in there.
Yeah.
I'll let you open the door, Ronan, or is it automatic? You go in first. So very similar at home. We would have Mole Valley.
Yeah, funny we do.
You do Mole Valley. Is there Mole Valley here?
There's no Mole Valley here, but we'd have a fella here yesterday. It's we have a board, and the chairman of the board is an Englishman, so he's explaining a lot of stuff.
So brilliant! This is wow. This is impressive. A lot of stuff in here. Yeah, brilliant. So Ron,
there comes from that's Red Mills, that's Connolly's. They're a big company down in the south, and then we deal.
So do you make a lot this yourself? Much feed yourself? You don't make any?
We don't manufacture any feed, but we'd have. If you look at some of the products here, so Lakeland Dairies manufacture that, and they'd be big customers of ours.
Right.
At the grain end, we'd sell Lakeland Dairies a lot of feed. And there's another company here called Corby Rock who we buy stuff off, and we'd be big customers of ours at the grain, at the wheat and the barley.
Yeah, great. Okay. So go on.
We do a lot of sprayer testing and soil sampling and all probably the paperwork for farmers that they're not fully aware of. So the thing that we found works will be the full package here for the PPE for a sprayer operator.
Yeah.
But the masks, the gloves, the jugs, the overalls, everything that's needed, you can put it all in the one box and you have it. Because not very many people, and we tried to tell farmers to get it, they found that they go to several different places to find it. Yeah. So most of it's all here.
I see all there. Yeah. So we've just got to an area here, a lot of fencing, gate fasteners and that sort of thing. Is it something you move a lot of?
Yeah, well I suppose it's supplementary. We took a position on that. It's if a farmer needs something for fencing or whatever, it's instead of going to maybe 1 or 2 places where you might get something, it's good to go to a place where everything is there and it gives them maybe different options. Maybe he was thinking of doing it one way and he said, no, this is a better way to do it. Right,
let's head outside now, Ronan, and we'll have a look around and see some of your kit. Horse haylage, you can see there, small bales, but here we've got shavings, and those of you who have horses will often use a lot of these. These are compressed shavings for bedding for horses, so I think Ronan says big market, that is a question here. So this is your Agchem store, yeah.
See the BSF and the buyer and the big names.
Yeah, you've got them all. Got some tonnage and litres in here.
This store was purpose built for this job.
It was,
15 years ago, and you see the way it's bonded. So basically, if we have a fire in here, all the water is self-contained.
So just for non-farmers who are watching here, we'll just stand outside. You can see the level of the yard, concrete here, and obviously it's level here, but it is slightly raised, isn't it, Ronan, up here? But it raises up, but the floor in there will be lower than the outside level there. So there's a ramp down here, and this is legislation, have to do it. We have a chemical store at home just like this. So if all this lot, if there's a fire and any of this leaked out and all this was full of liquid, then it can't go out and escape in the yard there. It's all self-contained in here because of the bund in the ramp. I don't know whether you can see it underneath. Yeah, so that wall there, so that's outside ground level there, and this is inside. You can see the depth of liquid that we have to hold all in this store here, and it's all legal requirement. So yeah, just shows this is all agrochemicals for herbicides for controlling weeds, fungicides for controlling disease. There'll be insecticides here, a bit of all sorts, trace elements, everything, and these are the products we use at home as well, a lot of these. So just looking up the top, you see how high that is. So yeah, Ronan just mentioned the forklift. You need to be a good driver to get here to lift up that. Yeah, let's have a look. So we're talking about agronomy recommendations. How does your system work?
Under the, like, we do all our recommendations digitally now.
Yeah.
Everything is done through Gatekeeper. So they're emailed into the office every night, every day, whenever different agronomists send the stuff in, and we try and put delivery dates and when we want it out to the farmer. He is all the, what he calls his picking areas, are the ones on the ground.
So Ronan was just talking about single units for picking. That's the single cans there. So all these are ready to go out as such. They're all documented, ready to be picked. Oh, yeah. Okay. Right, we're now going to have a demonstration. We've got this fancy forklift here.
Yeah. The camera on it.
We're going to go. Where are you going to go?
Right, I'll lift down that middle pallet up there, the highest one.
So the highest one up there, right?
Whatever one you want.
Okay, yeah.
This one sideways.
Look at that.
Try the way it hooks them down. It's no good out and up.
Right.
Right, I'll lift down that travel C above, under the light.
Okay, under the light, right. You can just see straight away with it being pivot steer at the front and how manoeuvrable it is. So there's the forks now. Forks always are at the top of the mast. You can see there it going up. So you can see it hasn't moved.
Have you seen my camera here now?
Oh, you've got a camera there, so that you have a camera on the mast.
It brings me into the pallet. You still have to look up.
So you can see now this mast is at right angles to the rest of the machine. So here is his forks. Okay, forks are there.
Yeah. You have to crawl into each pallet.
He's moving in there. You can see very, very slowly moving in.
Yeah, handy. That's it.
So he's pulling up that. There we go.
Just stand out, just a wee bit.
Yeah, I'll
Nothing ever goes wrong, but you have to crawl out as well.
look at that. How it. You can see the angle of the mast. He's crowded it back a little. Now he's turning it to. Look at that. Now that is mightily impressive. What a machine.
Now, see the front wheel of that machine?
Yep.
If that's in the middle of that pallet, that's how you judge it so quick, if it's so handy.
Ah, so
See this wheel here?
there, that one there. You've stopped in the place now.
In the middle of the pallet.
Yes.
You know, when I go in, there's a fork each side.
Yeah.
That's how I lifted that so handy.
So you know when you stop, when that wheel is there, when
Yes.
that's turned.
But that's wheel is
Yeah.
there in the middle of this
Yeah.
freedom pallet.
Yeah.
You're kind of judging.
You'll be right.
Yeah.
But you've got a camera there as well, just
camera's here.
to help you. So there's the camera just there. So it's just showing us how high it will go. It will go a bit higher than we've just seen it with that pallet on. That's it.
If you go higher, but then I haven't the shelf. But if you go higher, then
Yeah.
you see that there now.
So they were just saying that it's great because, oh, here's all the batteries, crackers, some batteries in there. So there's no fumes in here, which of course this is what you need in an enclosed space. You can just see here, look at that, it goes the right angle to the machine. So sorry, just turn it, straighten it out again.
Yeah.
Just, then straighten it, please. Straight there, you see there, look how it. Fantastic. Thank you. So we are now just going in one of the grain stores. You can see, quick look around the yards here. We've got some panels there and fertiliser tanks there, which we'll have a look at. More sheds there. So we'll go in here, Ronan, and have a look. Crikey, there's some height to this.
So this is the oats. This is actually heading off the boat tomorrow.
So let's just get those. So these are oats. So this is going on a boat.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Where? Where's the boat?
It's going to. I think it's going to Germany.
But where's it loaded?
We loaded at Hydrahada.
Oh right, yeah. So obviously that comes in off the elevator through there.
Out the back of the
right.
Comes in
And then is it pushed up as well with the loading shovel with that?
Not really.
No.
None of that would have been pushed up.
Right.
It's. Look, you can see elevators are the way to move.
Yeah.
Now we have loaders because we're restricted in different yards, but elevators are the best way.
Yeah, it is.
Every shed here can be filled with the driveway.
Right. We were just saying that look here, there's a little bit of straw and stuff in it, but it doesn't matter, it'll get taken out. But it's very difficult to get some of these really small bits out, and I've got one here in my hand here, a bit like that.
Is this
Really difficult.
the waffler?
This is the waffler. This is the waffler. I'll shake your hand in a second. So here we are in the store, but there's a dustbin here, and I've just been told, right, that is to pick bits of rubbish up and things like that, anything that's blowing about, otherwise it ends up in the lorry and it ends up in the crop. And we've got another one here, so we've got rape in here. So that's oilseed rape. So we've got a tank here, now that's not, well, it might be a water tank, but...
No, it's a fertiliser tank. It's
fertiliser. Yeah.
So to get fellas interested or to show them, so we don't have the scale here that they have in the UK, so not every farmer's going to try, but that holds 10,000, 13 tons approximately.
Yeah.
So we put the frame on the trailer and we've twist locks on the trailer.
There.
Farmers have a lorry, we get a contract to bring it out, so it's dead safe. So even if it's not full, it can't sway.
Do that,
It's just safer.
Yeah. So this just for a farmer to try.
For a farmer to try, Before he might go with the tanks.
Yeah, and then yeah. Okay. So that is one heck of a pusher blade. I don't know what that is. That's probably 10 metres long, maybe, just as a guess. Loading shovel there, doing a bit of maintenance. So this area here. So what have we got? This is where it's tipped for a start before it goes into the dryer. So there's a grill there. You can see through there.
There we go.
And there's there we go. Look at that. So there's a chain and flight auger or elevator underneath there, and it goes which way? That way? Yeah.
Overflow.
Oh, and that's the overflow there. Brilliant. Let's go inside.
Yeah.
This is, as it says there, this is intake. So it goes up to the top, and then where's the? Oh, there's the cleaner.
It's up and down, up to the tree.
Yeah, up, down, up, down.
Out of the dryer, way down. We can send it to any shed. We can fill any shed in the place from here.
And that's the dryer, and then you can fill all the sheds from this point. So Ronan, we've just had a quick look inside. This store here, we're saying this is for your wet grain.
Yes, we took the grain in here before it goes to the dryer.
Yeah.
And it's sometimes where it's often more useful is, so when we get into the big days of the harvest here, it's big tons with all tipped outside, but it's very useful to segregate. So we get into a wet harvest like we've just had, we can often get, if a lot of farmers maybe start to panic, but we could get a lot of wheat, maybe 1,000 ton of wheat in here, 23, 24, 22%. And often, rather than trying to handle that and slow the whole system down, we put it in here for 3 or 4 days and blow air through it.
And that moisture, just for listeners who are just wondering about that moisture, it needs taking down to 15, below 15, below 14.
15. Oh yeah, below 15.
Yeah, below 15% cells. So just looking in here, got some A-frame dividing panels here. We're just talking about these. These look quite good. I've always wondered about getting some of these. And you can move these with a forklift. You stick your forks through the middle here, underneath there, and just lift them up and move them. And they're just really good for making an instant dividing wall between crops. And then here, Ron, what we've got here, this is some pipes for obviously ventilation.
Yeah, so we blow the air, the fans the other side of the wall. So when you get into that high moisture grain, we find to leave it for a few days leaves it a lot easier to dry it. But if you left it and didn't blow air through it, it would heat and you lose quality and toxins and everything. So it's just
they're very similar to what we've got, and viewers will recognise them with mine. You can see there, you've got some. You can see daylight through here and here, and that's where the air. So that pipe will be moved on there, and it will fit over there just like that. That's it. The fans will be down the back, blowing air down here, and then blowing air up through the crop, and it just keeps it right.
They're just the standard. We cut extra slots in the pipes to let more air
To make more air through, yeah. But this is, so when you've got wet grain, like that will be in here, you need to keep it right. So just blowing normal air through it will really keep it right. And if it's really high moisture, it'll actually take 1% or 2 out.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, brilliant. Here's a big bucket. So when you look at the height of that, I'll just stand in that and you'll see. So I'm now stood in the bucket, and you can see, I know I'm only knee high to a grasshopper, but it's still about 15 inches above the height of me. So I don't know what that will hold, probably 5 tonne maybe?
No.
Yeah, 4.5 tonne, yeah.
7.
Yeah. 7 of those for 29 tonnes. So, anybody have any idea what this is for? Blanking off, you can see it's hollow, it's either wood. Yeah, it's wood there. Any idea what that's for? I'll give you the answer to that at the end of the video, because the back wheel hasn't got it. So a pusher blade for pushing up when it's in the shed. So
35 foot.
35 foot.
And that's designed, it's done this with manufacturing. It's the way it comes out the front.
Yes.
So basically you can imagine when you have something 35 foot in front of you, if it's a flat blade,
Yeah.
putting off a pressure on the machine.
Yeah.
When that fills, it comes up, takes the pressure off.
Takes the pressure. That's a clever. I didn't know that. Yeah, have a look at that. That's interesting design. So this lorry's just tipped. He's on his way out. Not quite sure what he's tipped yet, but we'll have a look in a minute. Yeah, got grain littering off the yard, and Ronan's saying it bugs him, and it does me and we do the same when you're trying to keep a place tidy.
It's something the trailer manufacturers really need to address.
They do, because it's...
The farm trailer manufacturers can do it, there's no reason
No,
why they can't.
I mean, look at all that sat on those ledges there. The design of these lorry trailers is just horrendous.
And in fairness to the driver, it's not always dead safe trying to clean that.
No, exactly. No, I know, it's difficult. So just looking here, you can see this looks different on this wall. That's because these are panels put in. This is a doorway. You can see the roller door at the top. So you lift these in and out with a forklift, either from both sides. Is it both sides?
No, they have to come out of here because the...
Oh, I see, because of the lip. They're recessed that way. So you've got to put it, you can see there, that overlaps the stanchion. So the stanchion is there to here, and then that's overlapped, and then they're fastened in with bolts there. So
you'll see when we go out, the way that's designed is when the pressure goes out, it's actually pushing that way.
Yes. So because the pressure is pushing that way against it, it's actually going that way as well. Yeah, we'll have a quick look outside at those. So just looking how the shed is filled, you can see that elevator auger that goes up there at an angle up there. That's coming off the dryer, and then it goes into that other elevator that comes down the middle of the shed here, and it can either fill this shed or it carries on, drops into there, and then goes above those fertiliser tanks into this shed. So here's the grain comes up there, and so it's the same size because it's higher walling, you were saying here, Ronan. So you've got, how high is that one there? 7.7
metres.
7.7 metres, yeah. Another loading shovel here. Just show this is some wheat. Just see, looking at that. So, where will this end up? Any idea yet?
This will probably end up, I suppose all of the grain we handle nearly always ends up in pig and poultry rations.
Right,
So despite
yeah.
the fact that it's a big ruminant,
Yeah.
we've big mills for feeding
Yeah.
cows and cattle, a lot of the grain we handle it ends up with pigs and poultry. That's where
Yeah,
customers are.
yeah. So we've got a shed here that we can see the pipes. So there's your 2 pipes down the middle that obviously let air through. There's your other pipe there, you can just see the end of it. And then you've got the 4th pipe there. So you've got ample room to get down with the loading shovel. So you've got a gap there, you can load out, gap there to load out. You've got another gap through here, and then another one just the other side there. So the idea is you keep going with this, and then you can see the side of this pipe. Then the minute you get to the next join and it's exposed, you just whip that pipe out, take it outside, and then off you go. That's the shorter blade, that one, which obviously when you're inside the shed and going back in the end, tidying up corners and things, that's what you need. So just looking at the age of the shed, so just start again, Rowan, please, across there.
Yeah, so store 1 and 2 were built in 2007.
So we've got 1 and 2, you can see the numbers on the wall there. 2007, yeah.
And then in 2008 and 9 the country store and the chemical store were built. Like we were in a different location.
Yes.
And then the back half of that shed was built in 2008 as well.
Yeah.
And then that was built in 2008. Sorry, that was built in 2017.
Yeah.
And these three were built in 2018.
2018, and these are the last ones.
Finished in 19.
Yeah, fantastic stores. Brilliant. Right, we'll go in the office and see the girls, shall we?
Yeah.
So here we've got a few supplies and stock to go in the shop in there. So this is just an example. So you supply garden fencing.
Yeah. It's kind of needs to be clean. This is the problem with a grain yard and a shop with this together. There's a lot of time spent cleaning.
Yeah, but no, it's good.
We should have cleaned them.
No, I say no. It's brilliant though. That is, because the amount of stuff you're selling here though is fantastic. Oh, look at this! All the different types of gravel, stone. Yeah. So if anybody wants any slabs for outside patio area, plenty of choice here. Fencing. So we'll just go in the office and look. Come, these two. Come on, you. They're in disguise, Maureen and Linda. Come on, you can't do that.
They'll put up on the board over there for deliveries and collections.
Oh, I see there. Yeah.
So you can see the collection. So
Yeah.
then you have a lot of farmers collect product, and then for deliveries, then we have a small delivery van of our own for lighter stuff and a heavier one for pallets.
Yeah.
And then you try and do a lot of it the next day, but
Yeah.
it's a bit dynamic. Like, it depends on the weather forecast. You
Yeah.
have to kind of say this has to be done today or it doesn't have to be done. Or
Yeah.
whatever. So you kind of, it works well.
I'm going to say it works well. Very simple, but good process. Brilliant. This is where we've been.
Deeside Agri Omex, some of you will have met Edward before. Edward Dickinson is the Omex rep for Ireland for Trace Adams and for nitrogen. I think most of you will have known, or some of you will have visited the farm of Andrew Ward here. He's a strong social media presence through his Wardy's Waffle and his Wheat Daddy or something.
One of a few of them.
And then we have Richard Parry Jones from a company called Pear Seeds, probably a similar company to us, based in Wales. Southwest.
So, anybody have any idea what this is for? Blanking off. I'll give you the answer to that at the end of the video.